Alright, welcome back to another episode of Vergil's Battle Videos. This next episode is my Awakening team, as they've been dubbed, versus TJ. Now, this was actually a local battle at Toysrus a while back. This was April 27th, I believe, when this battle took place. I could be wrong. But it was April 27th. Alex and I were actually waiting in line for Greninja Amiibo pre-orders at the local Toys R Us, and we ran into a guy by the name of TJ, and TJ seemed eager to battle, so I decided, you know what, I got nothing to lose, let's battle, why not? Now, what I didn't know is it was going to be a singles battle, so this team does not perform well in singles, they're meant for doubles. So quick overview here. We got my team, which is Gaius the Flygon, Robin the Charizard, Lon'qu the Greninja, Chrom the Lucario, Lissa the Espeon, and Lucina the Serperior. Yes, they are all named after characters from Fire Emblem Awakening. That is why they're called the Awakening team. And TJ's got a Florges, Umbreon, Blastoise, Heracross, Marowak, and Tyrantrum. So, one thing I will say before I start this video is when I was after the battle was over and I was talking to TJ a bit regarding the battle, he was actually worried I was going to lead with Lucario because he supposedly didn't have any real counter to it, which makes me wonder what his Marowak is running, if it can't counter a Lucario, and what Heracross is doing. But he was worried about Lucario being the biggest threat on my team, which Chrom never actually entered battle. Remember, I won this battle with Gaius, Lissa, and Lucina. Chrom, Lon'qu, and Robin were on reserve, but I never switched into them. There are a couple times I probably should have. So without further ado, here is Vergil's Awakening team versus TJ's team. Now, while that's playing, I'm actually going to be taking a few drinks from over here just to try to clear my throat up a little bit. So he sends out Fiona the Forgus, and I go for the Tailwind with Gaius in case I need that speed boost for someone. And out goes the Toxic. Gaius avoids it, which is really cool. Gaius goes for a Steel Wing, which I think does monster damage. It does, not quite enough for a knockout. He gets the Toxic up on turn 2 though. Which, with that Toxic, that now means Gaius is not going to last as long as I'd like him to. So he withdraws Florges. And I think he was expecting me to go for another Steel Wing. And out comes Reap, the Umbreon. And I chose to go for Earthquake because I figure if he switches, Earthquake can hit just about anything on his team. May not hit for super effect, may not hit for neutral effect, it might hit for not very effect, but it hits everything. So we're just going to keep up that Earthquake. And we bring Reap to the low red, and he goes for a Dark Pulse, which I'm not too familiar with Umbreon anymore. I always ran a physical Umbreon. Though mine was more of a tank than anything else. And already my Tailwind's done. I think he actually thought I'd go for another Tailwind, so it was safe to switch in Seedin the Heracross. And I went for another Earthquake. I really didn't know what to expect here. So, despite that resistance and not very effect from my Earthquake, we did a sizable amount to that Heracross. Now, I go for the Dragon Claw, get the knockout, and I also lose my Flygon this turn from Toxic. But that's okay, I got 5 more Pokemon and I just now got a knockout and 2 of his are in low red. So I bring out Lissa, my Espeon. And out comes, I guess it's Diesel, the Blastoise. Now I'm figuring Mega Blastoise, so I go for the Grass Knot here because that's all I really have to go after this Blastoise with. So, Grass Knot does a fair amount. I mean, we brought it to the yellow. He goes for the Dark Pulse, which Mega Launcher boost. And I was honestly shocked that my Espeon hung in there, because she has no real defensive training at all. So he went into Reap. I think he probably thought I'd go for a Psychic move instead, but I just went for another Grass Knot, thinking that'd be my best option here. So Reap's now taken down. He goes into Fiona. Now, by this point, I know he's got nothing else that can take a Psychic hit, so I safely go for that Psyshock and take out his Florges. By this point, I've only had Gaius get knocked out, and I've taken down Florges, Heracross, and Umbreon. So out comes Tyrantrum. And I don't think he was expecting this, Dazzling Gleam. And that quickly takes out Tyrantrum, which, dang, go little Espeon. So he's got Scout and Diesel left. And I go for the Grass Knot and Scout. Do a sizable amount, he's weak. And here's what took me by surprise. He runs an Ice Beam Marowak. I was expecting an Earthquake or a Bone Club or Bone Rush or a ground move. Now, even though I saw an Ice Attack, I'm still going to go into Lucina, my shiny female contrary Serperior. And we go for the Leaf Storm. What else are we going to do? Take out Scout. We didn't really need that critical, but whatever, we got it. And we get a special attack boost thanks to Leaf Storm Contrary. And we take a little recoil from the Life Orb. And he's backed in a corner with just Mega Blastoise at this point. And we wrap it up this turn with another Leaf Storm. So, Lucina, Lissa, and Gaius were the ones who pulled this battle. I think Gaius and Lissa were really my heavy hitters. Yeah, so not a whole lot. Now, the one thing I did find out is, aside from his Florges, none of his Pokemon were IV bred, which definitely, I believe, affected this battle. The other part, though, and this was something I was telling him after the match, is the constant switching may not have been as helpful as he was trying to make it. I don't play singles, so I don't know what strategies for singles are. I play doubles all the time. I'll occasionally do a triple battle here and there. So I don't know if switching's a big role of singles, but in doubles, in my experience, it's a hit or miss. And aside from one Pokemon on this team, nothing was choiced. I do have one choice Pokemon on that team for that. I did have one Pokemon choice itemed for this battle, which was actually my Lucario. That's about it for this video. I don't have much else to say, so I'm gonna wrap it up and we'll go to the next video. Sit tight, more videos to come.